we are committed to ensuring that these resources are actually utilized for the purpose for which they are given. And if we need to be able to come back here and request for a special audit to be formed, whatever the cost, so that we go through these figures and we find out where the pain points are and what the solutions are, we are prepared to do that. We are not in support of any cartel. We will not support any officer who is not doing what they are supposed to do, because it makes our work very, very difficult. So I assure you that what we are going to do going forward, and in fact, that is the reason, and I could answer Elachi's question on this issue of numbers, that is the reason why we are moving from NEMIS to KEMIS, because NEMIS was discovered to be a system that was not serving the children. The NEMIS was not working. For example, it was based on the fact that you have to have a birth certificate for you to be able to be registered. But you did not require a birth certificate for you to be able to be admitted to class. So how could we have an admission to class without a birth certificate? But then we put in a system that requires you to have a birth certificate to be registered in the NEMIS, which gave you the right to be entitled to resources from the government. So there was a discrepancy. And because this system was not working, we've come now up with the system of KEMIS, which needs to capture the students. And I'll give you an example. If in 2024, NEMIS or KEMIS captures children given birth to this country as 1 million, who will know that we'll go to grade 1 in 3 years? In that 3 years, we cannot have 1.5 million children going to class, because where did the 500 come from? So with that system, then we are able to follow through and we'll be able to make decisions based on that data. In fact, it will erase all these issues of fake schools. It will erase all these issues of ghost schools. It will erase all these systems of monies maybe going to places that we do not know, because the system will be one. There will be a dashboard. And that dashboard would require to be even connected to here in Parliament, so that you can walk into the office, press a button and see how many students do we have in Kenya today. We'll be able to link that system to the financial year vis-a-vis the academic year. We have a financial year that is between June of the previous year and June this year. We have an academic year that is from January to December. But we are disbursing funds of 50, 30 based on what? Is it the financial year or the academic year? So these are the gray areas that this system is intended to clean up, so that going forward, we are in the clear of what is what requires to be done. So that, I assure you, we are prepared, we are ready, we are determined that we'll clean this system. And in fact, when I was being vetted here, I indicated that we will do our very best to clean up the ministry. And I keep saying we are going to have hygiene in this ministry, beginning from the top, from the universities all the way to ECD. And we are doing it step by step with your support. Chair, the question of the Honorable Jerusha.
Let's allow him just to brush through, because we have to deal with the individual member questions kindly, unless it's something very pertinent.
But Chair, when he says that having chemists, we shall be able to root out the ghost schools. Last year, there were ghost schools in the print media. The ministry showed that. And this year, the Auditor General came up with a list of ghost schools. Do you want to mean that there are no structures to identify or to know there are ghost schools through your system? You have the directors, you have the county directors. You want to tell us it's because you are lacking a proper system like that one to know there are ghost schools in this country, or to find them without information from the ground?
Thank you, Chair. What I'd like to state is that I'm not saying that there are no ghost schools, because this has been flagged. I'm saying we need to have a system that it helps us to capture and to know which schools we have. And because the system is not working, that is what gives the gap, creates the gap.
So if there are ghost schools, who is accountable?
Mheshimiwa, we won't have a back and forth kindly.
No, we should
We won't. CS, proceed. We'll
just state that it's been flagged, and the investigative agencies, of course, will take up their part under the Auditor General, and we'll get to know the culprits. The Presidential Working Party on Education Reform report will be conveyed to Parliament through a seasonal paper that is being prepared and that is pending cabinet approval. Once that is done, we'll then transmit it to Parliament, and then it will be debated and adopted. status of that particular issue. The question of the special needs teachers. Special needs teachers are supposed to be employed by TSC, who are trained and deployed by the TSC depending on the training that they have. We are not supposed to have normal teachers being the ones teaching the special needs children. So I'll find out from the TSC where this has been done, and it might help for the honorable member if there's a specific school that you have where a normal teacher is the one taking care of special needs, so that we can pick that up and follow it up for your comfort.
I'll do that. Thank you.